Imagine Elon Musk, the maverick leader of SpaceX, setting his sights on something that feels ripped from the pages of science fiction, making Mars a livable world for humans. His method is as bold as it is controversial, sending rockets armed with nuclear bombs to Mars, aiming to detonate them over the planet's ice caps. But where did this unhinged idea come from? Is he just crazy or correct? This is Innovatronics TV, and here's what happened if we nuke the Mars. Why go to such extremes? Mars, in its current state, is a frozen desert, inhospitable to human life. It's a world with frigid temperatures, averaging around -80 degrees Fahrenheit, and a thin atmosphere composed mainly of carbon dioxide. Musk's hypothesis is that detonating nuclear bombs over the Martian ice could release massive amounts of this trapped CO2. He envisions that this could significantly thicken the Martian atmosphere, creating a warming effect, a bit like throwing a snug blanket around the planet. As the rockets commence their journey, the world watches, captivated by a mission that mirrors the tension and drama of a blockbuster movie. The stakes are sky high. Success could signal the start of transforming Mars into an Earth-like habitat. Failure, on the other hand, risks blanketing Mars in radiation, potentially making it an even more hostile environment. Musk's ambitious plan seeks to tackle the challenges posed by Mars' hostile environment. With temperatures plunging to -195 degrees Fahrenheit at the poles and an atmosphere nearly devoid of oxygen, human survival on Mars is currently beyond reach without significant technological support. This mission, teetering between genius and recklessness, underlines humanity's quest to reach beyond its planetary cradle. But how did we get here? Terraforming Mars has long been a staple of science fiction. Among various theories, the idea of using nuclear explosions stands out for its audacity. The theory goes like this: detonate nuclear bombs over Mars' CO2-rich ice caps, release the gas, and hopefully thicken the atmosphere to retain more heat. The immense energy from nuclear explosions could transform solid CO2 into gas, contributing to an enhanced atmospheric density and possibly supporting liquid water. However, Mars' weaker gravity and lack of a magnetic field complicate retaining any artificially thickened atmosphere. Furthermore, the risk of radiation from such explosions raises serious concerns about the viability and safety of this approach. Transporting and detonating nuclear bombs on Mars is fraught with logistical nightmares. The ethical considerations are even more daunting. Is it our place to alter another planet so drastically? The scientific community generally advocates for more prudent and realistic methods for exploring and potentially modifying Mars. But here's what will happen to Mars after this crazy nuking. Post-detonation. As these rockets reach Mars, the world watches with bated breath. The initial detonations are aimed at releasing trapped carbon dioxide from the Martian ice caps. The immediate aftermath sees a significant increase in atmospheric CO2, attempting to create a greenhouse effect to warm the planet. It's a massive multi-phase effort stretching over centuries. Phase 1. Warming things up. First up, we're talking about setting off controlled nukes at Mars poles. Sounds wild, right? The idea is to release a bunch of CO2 to thicken the atmosphere, kind of like wrapping Mars in a big warm blanket. This could help raise the temperature a bit and even start some basic weather patterns, but we'd have to be super careful not to irradiate the place. Phase 2. Building a home away from home. We send in these super smart AI robots to start building habitats and getting the soil ready for plants. They're like high-tech construction workers and farmers rolled into one. The trick here is making everything out of Martian stuff, so we don't have to haul everything from Earth. This phase is all about setting the stage for the next big steps. Phase 3. Turning up the heat. Now we're getting sci-fi with it. We put up huge mirrors in orbit around Mars to shine more sunlight onto the surface. More sun means more warmth. We also start growing tough plants in special environments. These are the pioneers of the Martian plant world, helping to create a more Earth-like ecosystem. Phase 4. Moving in. Here's where it gets real. People start moving to Mars. They live in the habitats built by our robot buddies, and we start using big machines to make the air more breathable. It's all about making sure people can live there long-term, growing food, and maybe even starting Martian gardens. Phase 5. Bringing life to Mars. This phase is like creating a Martian nature reserve. We're talking about adding more complex plants, maybe even insects and small animals, to make a self-sustaining ecosystem. We'd have lakes and rivers made from Martian ice, and it would start to look a bit more like a living, breathing world. Beyond 300 years. Fast forward a few centuries, and Mars could be a whole new world. It would have its own atmosphere, a mix of plants and animals, and a bunch of people living and working there. Mars would be a hub for science, a new spot for humans in the universe, and a stepping stone for exploring even farther into space. So that's a rundown of what terraforming Mars might look like. It's a blend of science, engineering, and a whole lot of imagination, with each phase building on the last to turn a cold, barren planet into a new home for humanity. Amidst this grand vision, the underlying uncertainties and risks remain prominent. The logistics of safely transporting and detonating nuclear devices on Mars are daunting. Moreover, the potential for irreversible ecological damage and the ethical implications of such a drastic alteration of another planet pose serious questions. While we can't predict the future with certainty as of now, the possibilities of terraforming Mars ignite our imagination and hope. This monumental project, spanning centuries and requiring an unprecedented fusion of technology, ingenuity, and collaboration, represents more than just the physical transformation of a distant planet. It symbolizes our enduring aspiration to push boundaries and overcome limitations. As we continue to advance our technologies and deepen our understanding of the universe, there's a growing sense of optimism that we might accelerate this process, bringing that future closer to our reach. The prospect of transforming Mars is not just about expanding our civilization to another world. It's a testament to human creativity and a beacon of hope for what we can achieve when we dare to dream big and work together towards a collective goal. If you haven't already, please consider to subscribe and give us a like if you found this content informative. And remember, you can always leave your comments and suggestions down below. If you want more content like this, or if you have any specific topic you'd like us to cover in the future, please let us know. Your input shapes the direction of this channel. Once again, thank you for being a part of our incredible community. You may also want to check our video, Terraforming Mars, the making of Earth 2.0, and what if the moon's orbit fails? Thank you for watching.